Hey, Ralph and Jay, listen, you guys always tee me up, man. I certainly appreciate it. Folks, I hope you all are doing well. This is Coach Goins, and I'm back for another tip of the week right here on Out of Bounds. It's just a great show, and these guys are just laying it down. So you have an opportunity, drop them a line. Appreciate it, and I just thank them for allowing me to be on the show as well. But listen, without further ado, the tip of the week today is foundation. You must build a solid foundation on anything that you're trying to do. So Coach Goins is going to come at you hard and fast. And like we always say, make sure you got your sneakers on and you got them laced up tight, because today we're going to be at half court, get ready to toss this thing up, and we're going to be talking about what? The foundation. So whatever you do, you must make sure that you have your foundation set in stone, because you know what, if you don't, you're going to have problems. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. So whether it's sports, whether it's life, whether it's anything that you put your heart and hand in, and in that process, understand you have to have a solid foundation. And that solid foundation is built on knowledge, it's built on integrity, it's built on partnership, it's built on friendship, and then the bottom line is also communication. So those are the 5 pillars that we're going to actually build our foundation on. Because why would you say communication? Because it's important. You've got to be able to communicate the vision. You got to be able to communicate so you can bond that partnership, because it's not about you doing it. It's about having those partners and strategically moving through that process so you can build that solid foundation. Integrity. Your integrity has to be, heir apparent. You can't be in a situation where you're out and you're dealing with people and people are challenging you, and then all of a sudden, your integrity comes in question because you're not able to have that truthful conversation, not be able to as my grandmother used to say, you want to make sure that people are able to talk behind you, because if you tell them, that it's going to rain popcorn, you want them to put the bag on the ground and watch it fill up. Because bottom line to it is, we're no better than our words. So it is in critical state that you understand that you have to have a solid foundation. So as it relates to the game of basketball, a solid foundation, in order to be the player, you got to be fundamentally sound. So it's almost, fundamentals, foundation. So that's how you become a better player. You got to have a solid foundation. So once you have that solid foundation, as we also called out, is understanding. So you understand what you're trying to build. If you're trying to build a house, you got to have a footer. If you're trying to build anything, you've got to understand, what am I trying to build? You can't start from the roof. You got to start from the bottom up. And that's the same thing it is. As you go through life, you start out as a child, and then you grow. And in that entire process, you do what? What are you trying to do? You're trying to build that solid foundation in order for your structure to be able to stand. Because through life, we deal with natural disasters. We have hurricanes, typhoons, we have tornadoes, and you know what? And in life, we have the same thing. So our foundation has to be firm. Our foundation has to be steadfast in order to be able to do what? In order to be able to take on the perils that come in life. So listen, Coach Goins has got to get ready to get this thing wrapped up. You said, Coach, how can I continue to follow me? Listen, hit Ralph and Jay up if anything that you want to hear from the tip of the week. But also you can check me out on my weekly podcast, Basketball More Than the Game, which is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, podbean.com, Facebook, and Lionfish Entertainment, based out of Los Angeles, California. And you can also check me out on my website at coachgoins.podbean.com. Also on my YouTube channel. We're in 19 countries, and we are just spanning the globe. And we certainly appreciate all of the feedback. So again, we just want to thank Ralph and Jay for continue to lay it down on Out of Bounds. Great interviews each and every week. And thank you for allowing me, Coach Goins, to be a part of such a fantastic show. So until next time, like we always say, make sure you work hard, give back, and I'll see you in the gym.